Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with another project. This is our first ephemera project for the Paris Rose journal. If you watched my organization video where I talked about how I begin a new project, how I select and organize my supplies for that project, that's the journal that I'm talking about here. So I'm going to make a couple of pockets, floating pockets for the journal, and I'm going to be using these checks. So they're from Tailor Made Journals. This is the perfect tone for the main color in the journal. So we've got a couple of these to do. I've already cut everything so that we're ready to go. I might do a little bit of stitching. I've got my machine over here. I'm going to grab, somebody told me that a piece of parchment paper will make this light go away. So let me try that, because I've mentioned it more times than I probably need to. That it really bothers me, so I'm going to try to put something here. The only struggle is this parchment paper will move around, but it's kind of dark in here. It's early in the morning here on a Sunday morning, and I'm enjoying my coffee again in my Winnie the Pooh mug that my granddaughter bought me. It's my favorite new cup, just because she knows my heart and she knows that I love Winnie the Pooh, and so it makes me happy. We need things that make us happy, especially early in the morning. So we're going to start by going ahead and inking all of these bits up, and then I will we'll move on to the next step. So I will be right back. Okay, there we go. That was easy peasy. So what I did is, with these checks, look at the detail on this thing. Look at the detail. It is absolutely amazing. I see dates, what, 1939, yeah, 1939 it looks like. But I just love the French language and the aesthetic of this, and the fonts are just so cool because they're all different, you see. When things get stamped, it's all different. I just love it. So I double printed it, as I mentioned. So we're going to do, both of them have these two same images, so we're just going to reverse them on each card. So I'm going to start by turning this one up, and I'm thinking about my journal because, let me grab my paper because I'm not sure. I don't remember off the top of my head. It's hard for me to remember. I think it's under 7 inches, the height of the papers. So, boy, I buried my stuff. So here we go. So this is, which one is true? 5 1/4 by 7 and 6 5/8. I can't remember. I have 2 in here. So anyway, it is under 7 inches in height. The paper, so I want to keep that in mind. So I'm just going to kind of softly fold that and then see where I'm at. So that is just under 7, so I think that's actually pretty darn good. I don't mind if it goes all the way to the top. That looks about right. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little crease here. I'm going to get my bone folder. I hope you guys are doing okay. I haven't been doing much in my journals the last couple of weeks, so I found myself struggling to kind of pull my stuff together and come up with ideas that I really wanted to do in this journal. So that is that. And because we're going to sew, I'm going to sew around this. I'm not even going to glue because this is pretty stable paper. I am also going to sew around this card. This is just an image from one of the kits, and all those kits will be listed in this video. I know I said in the organization video that I was going to link it, and I didn't, because I wasn't ready to link it. I have to do a lot of work to go grab all those links from my Etsy. So anyway, there's that. This is, oh, I didn't ink the back of this. Let me do that really quick. So we're going to sew around this, but I found this fabric. It's I had this doll not as a child, but as an adult, that I found at a garage sale, and she had 3 faces, and her head turned, and she had 3 faces that showed different emotions. And when I saw her, it really spoke to me, and so I had to buy her. But then she was made out of porcelain, and so one day she fell off of the bed on a harder floor, and she broke. So that was really, really, really hard for me. But I saved the dress and stuff. So this is the part of the dress that she had some of the lace. So I thought that would be fun to incorporate. So we've got this journal card that will go in here, and probably like so. So let me go ahead and do the sewing on this, and I will be right back. Okay, there we go. So while I was doing that, I was thinking that I had something more for this, but I cannot locate it. So it might have just been this button. I found this button in my stash, and I just thought it was really, really pretty, but I feel like it's a little bit plain, like it needs something else here. But I'm going to go ahead and just put it on. Maybe we could find a little bit of pink lace to go under that. Let me just look in my little bin here. Oh, this is so pretty. I love these. Oh, this is so gorgeous. Look at this. This would be gorgeous. So this is some trim that I purchased at Hobby Lobby, and I've used it in a lot of journals. I've used it on spines in journals before, and so we're going to go ahead and use this because it's gorgeous. So disclaimer, I think I'm going to try to sell this journal. I've never sold a journal. I give them all away, but I'm thinking, I think I'm going to give it a try. Why not? So we'll see how it goes. I may change my mind. I don't need to sell my stuff. I do it purely for the joy, but there's also just this satisfaction in being able to sell your work too, and to gain some benefit from that, monetarily. But again, I don't know. I'm going to probably have to pray about that and decide what I want to do. But I'm not going to give it away. I am going to say that. So as far as a giveaway, but I will, again, I'm still pondering what I want to do. So, oh, this is going to be gorgeous. Look at that. We don't even need that button. Look at that gorgeousness. Did I have a word I wanted to put on here? I just printed out, let me grab these words that I just printed out this morning. I ordered a bunch of like word French stuff. So these are French stamps. And then we've got some street labels. And let me see if I can find a word that would go with this. I don't want that khaki color. I don't want that color. The pink would be pretty. So let's go ahead and cut one of these really quick. Sorry for the little getting off the beaten path. I like this beautiful. Let's do that. This maker, again, I will link this maker. These labels come in just like so many colors. Not every shade of green. A large variety of colors of green, blue, pink, just gorgeousness. So let's use that. My cutting is crooked. Look at that. That's okay. So let's put that on here, but I feel like I need something under it. You know how I am. I always am feeling like it's not enough. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just put it on here and just keep it simple. I am using my Fabri-Tac because I am gluing it on to lace. Shall we put it up here? Yeah, I think it should go up here instead of at the bottom. So that is our little card, and then this was the stitching that we did on the little thing, and hopefully it's going to fit because I always forget about the stitching. Well, I didn't forget, but I'm usually off. So look at that. Look at that beauty. Oh my gosh. So hopefully this is going to stick in there and not get in the way of that. Ugh. This might have to stick up a little bit more so that this can fit in here. So then we've got La Rose. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's tight. I'm going to see if I can trim this a little bit without cutting those strings. It's risky, but we can do it. I didn't necessarily have a plan that I was going to do stitching, so I didn't account for that. And this happens to me a lot. Sometimes I don't plan very well, but it's okay. We will work with it. Boy, that was terrible. Let's see if we can round that corner again. And then I don't go around edges with my sewing machine very well, so that was challenging. So I might see if I can round that a little bit. Yeah, let's just round all these again, making it a little bit rounder than it was. That's okay. We can resolve this issue. Oh, much better. It should fit just fine now. So I'm just going to re-ink that. Where there's a will, there's a way, guys. There's always, there's almost always a workaround. There's almost always a fix. Now, sometimes there's not. But I find that if I'm making ephemera, if it doesn't work for one journal, it's probably going to work for another journal. So let's go ahead and stick this baby in here. She's still a little bit tight, but I think it's going to be all right, hopefully. It probably doesn't help that this is in here. Let's take that out and see if that helps us. Oh my goodness, this is tight. It will get looser as it's removed and put back in and removed, so I'm not worried about it. Get that in there. Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. Look at that. Yay. Love it. I'm not going to do anything with this. I love seeing all that. So the other one we're going to do opposite. So let me just take a moment and ink these bits too, and I will be right back with you. Okay, there we go. I did take a moment to trim these down so I didn't run into that same problem. So looks like we've got a little bit better thing going on here. So the other one, we had this one like that. So let's turn it over and go like that. So again, let me see how far up I went on this one. Just trying to grab my scissors over here, or my ruler rather. Scissors do not help you measure, just an FYI. So this one is just over 3.5 inches folded up. So let's do that. A bit more. A little bit more. I'm going to say that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and crease that. Bone folder here. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to go ahead and step aside here, or turn rather. My machine is like right there, but I can't get it in view. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch these, and I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. So I solved, let me take a drink of my coffee really quick. I solved my problem with the going around the curves by just going really wonky with this one. So I'm just doing a straight stitch and a zigzag. So let's go ahead. I'm wondering if I had this lace to go up here. And I wonder if I had that button on this one. Maybe. Let's just do that. So let me just move this stuff for just a second, and I'm going to go ahead and glue this lace on, kind of here at the top. Like that. And let's get that on there. I think I kind of had it like right there so that it was at that line, like so. And then we're going to turn her over and do the same over here. And I'm just leaving a little bit of a, bit at the top there. So let me grab a paper towel here, press that down. There we go, beautiful. So shall we put that button on here? I think the gold and the silver are really complementary. I think that would be really pretty. Let's just do it. I'm hoping that the Fabri-Tac will hold this. It should. It just might take a while for it to really set, but Fabri-Tac will hold just about anything. My friend and artist Sean Petit, I've mentioned this before, but every time I say, well, I guess I'm not using E6000, but she used to say E6000 will glue anything, even a small child, to the wall, which always makes me chuckle. So I love that, and I love the gold and silver. I think it's very complimentary. So we've got that one, and then on this card I wanted to do a little bit of a thing here. Now I did cut this card down, so I'll have to I will have to trim this because I did narrow that. So let me just do that really quick. Just so I can make sure I can read. Oops. Goodness gracious, Cara-Renee. Cut into that a little bit more than I wanted to. So I'm going to just glue this on. I'm just going to use my Fabri-Tac because it's right here. And, oh, you know what? Do I have another piece of that gold lace? Because I think that would... Let me just set that down for a second. I didn't think about that until now. I don't have much of this lace left, so let me see if I can find a piece here. Where'd it go? Oh, here's some. Except it's only part of it. And only part of it. So it looks like I've taken some off for something else. But that will be fine. Let's just cut another edge off here. Well, actually, let's not. Let's leave it like that. So I can trim that off in a minute. But I thought it would be kind of cool to put that little band on top of this. So let's just do that. Just kind of spur of the moment decision here. I love that we can do that. I think I want the border to kind of go at the bottom here, like so. Grab my paper towel. This just helps me not to get my fingers so sticky. I'll go ahead and trim this. So I've kind of decided I'm going to start going to a process where I do most of my videos recording on one day as far as my anything other than my Sunday's Art of Truth or my mixed media art journal work, so that it gives me more time to prepare and work through the inspiration for my Sunday's Art of Truth, which is my work in my art journal. So, and it also is going to give me time to meet some of my goals around learning new techniques, mixed media techniques, as well as junk journaling techniques. So that's kind of what I'm thinking there. So I'm going to put that like right there just to go over that bit that is was cut off. And I just love that little complement, and it's going to tie these pieces in together. And then I have this beautiful image of this girl, which is going to cover up that lace in large part, but that just happens sometimes because I cut her so big, because her face was big. This was just an image in my my scrap bin, so I thought I would go ahead and use it. Maybe we'll go up with her a little bit so we can see that gold. We could totally do that, right? We can do what we want. I think we'll do that. Perfect. Now, is that all I wanted to do? It seems weird that there's nothing on the top, but this is a journal card, so it doesn't need to have anything on the top. So let's go ahead and stick these babies in here. I think I want her to be in the back, and that was much better. Look at that. Got plenty of landscape there to get my card in here. Much better than the other one. I will probably take that right back out so that it doesn't stick where I don't want it to stick. And we're going to just stick this one in here as well. So keeping it really simple. I might put, oh, that one's a little bit tall, isn't it? A little bit taller than I had planned, but that is okay. So I might let's put a label on this one, just because this feels plain here. Maybe we'll just put a label on this tag. Let me see what else I have here. I think I like the pink, so let's grab another pink one. How about dance? That looks fun. I love it when creators give you multiple options as far as colors and sizes of things. Now, You can always make these smaller by printing. In this case, I'd probably print 2 to a page, which would make each of these sentiments smaller. So I'm just going to trim this up a little bit. It was not very straight. Like so. And I've got some white on the end, which I guess will cover up with some ink. It's all right. I can't believe I don't have any more of that gold lace. I wonder where I got it, because it's so pretty. But I feel like we need a piece of it to go under the words, so let's just do that. This makes beautiful. This scalloped edge itself is so pretty, so we will definitely hold on to that. And let's see how much we need here. Probably about there. I'm just going to cut off this piece at the end, and we're going to go ahead and glue it on. I think I want it kind of up at the top because it's kind of blank up here, which is okay. Nothing wrong with open space, but this is a great place for that. Oh, that's so pretty. So pretty. Just making sure it's straightish. And put our word on, and then we're done. Thank you guys so much for coming by. You know, leave me a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what you're working on or what you'd like to see on the channel. I'm always open for suggestions. So thank you for stopping by. Take care. Bye-bye.